What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing guys a brand new video. We're gonna be doing a mid-fade comb over on my boy, so stay tuned. We started off by pinning up the hair and debulking the sides with the 3-guard all the way open. I'm also making sure I feed the hair into the clipper using the comb, and I flick out with my guard as much as possible. Now that we're done debulking the sides, we can move on to our Goat FX and create our first guideline on his side temple. Now that we're done budding him out with our Goat FX, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. Now that we're done setting in our second guideline, we can then slightly close the lever midway and all the way closed and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our 1 guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Make sure to use your corners because it is a small area. Now that we're done setting in our third guideline and softening up the line with our lever, we could then move on to our half guard and try to erase the line completely. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our 2 guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. This is going to help us blend into the bulk on top. Now that we're done using our 2 guard, we can move on to our clipper over comb method and complete our silhouette. When using your clipper over comb method, you want to make sure you use your horizontal cuts to debulk and your vertical cuts to blend. And always keep the comb at a certain degree and angle which is needed. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on Instagram. Now using our 3 guard all the way open, we're going to go ahead and flick out as much as possible using our comb to feed the hair into the clipper. Now to help us blend between the 2 guard all the way open and the 1 guard all the way open, we're going to use our 1.5 guard and use the lever to erase the line completely. Sometimes there's still a faint line after using your 1.5 guard, so switching over to your 1 guard all the way open and using its corners would definitely help. Now that we're done with our side taper, we can move on to the sideburns of the beard and go ahead and start to begin to blend with our no guard all the way open. When you're blending the sideburns of the beard, it's pretty much opposite of the side taper. You're just going backwards and upside down. Now we're moving on to our 1 guard all the way open after blending with our no guard all the way open. Before we line up his beard, we're going to make sure we lay his head down and lay all the hairs down. And then we're going to use our Goat FX to start off at the bottom and work our way to the sides. When you're near this side area, you want to make sure to be careful not to pinch the side of the neck with the teeth of the trimmer, because there is extra skin there, so you could bite them. Make sure to comb down the hair with your comb, especially when you're near the beard area. The hairs are usually a lot curlier. Now that we're done lining up the beard, we're going to go back to our side taper and detail as much as possible before we do our C-cup. Now that we're done blending out the sides and the beard, we can move on to our gold effects and create our C-cup. I usually start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. It's always best to go as slow as possible and take as much time as possible here, especially when you're near the C-cup area. You just want to make sure you etch that line in sharply. Now that we're done lining up our C-cup, we're going to move on to the back taper and use our gold FX to create our first guideline. Now that we're done budding them out with our gold FX, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. Once you're done setting in this guideline with the lever all the way open, you then want to slightly close the lever midway and all the way closed and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we could then move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Remember, we're going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. As you guys can see, now that the line is soft enough with our lever, we can move on to our half guard and try to erase it completely. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. You also want to make sure you flick out as much as possible and soften up the line with your lever to get it ready for the 1.5 guard. Again, sometimes after using your 1.5 guard, there's still a faint line, so switching over to your one guard all the way open and using its corners will definitely help. Using our 3 guard all the way open, we're going to go ahead and go right above the occipital bone and make sure we flick out as much as possible to the top bulk. Now that we're done softening up the line with the 3 guard, we can move back to our 2 guard all the way open and begin to remove it completely. After softening up the line with our 2 guard all the way open, we're then moving on to our 1.5 guard, and we're using the corners to flick out any dark spots that we see. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our clipper over comb method. Again, just like I said in the beginning, when I'm using my horizontal cuts, it's mainly to debulk, and also when I use my vertical cuts, it's mainly to blend. Now that we're done with our rough draft of the back taper, we can then move on to our gold FX and continue to line up the back of the ear. I always start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch, especially using the corners of the blade. Also, don't be afraid to move the ear out of the way, especially when you're lining up near this area. Now that we're done detailing, we can then move on to our Turkish razor and Derby premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shade gel so that the blade could glide better. You also want to make sure you apply enough near the neck area because the hair is usually thicker there. Now that we're done applying gel, we can then move on to our Turkish razor and Derby premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. As you guys can see, I'm using my opposite hand to make the skin as tight as possible, and I'm also keeping the blade at a 45-degree angle so it lowers the likelihood of you cutting it. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on the Instagram. I'm also going to be doing his eyebrows and his C-cup area with the blade. Near the eyebrow area, you want to make sure you stretch the skin as much as possible, because the looser the skin, the more likelihood of you cutting them.